you expect that this could be, rather, a precursor to an increased combat operation in Ukraine?
I think so, but I think it's also a message to us, Dan. He's not just signaling the Russian people that this is coming. There are many, many Russians that have said this should have happened 2-3 years ago. So I think that may not make everyone thrilled, but they understand what's happening. They understand the threats on all sides, the threats from the Caucasus, the threats from Eastern Europe. This is not new in Russian history. If you go back to the czars, particularly in the first half of the 20th century, I would say certainly up until the 1860s, the Russians were engaged militarily almost as frequently in the Caucasus and southern Russia as they were in Eastern Europe. They had problems on both ends. So this is not new, and I think they're prepared to handle it. But I think the message is being sent to us. You need to understand something, Washington. We know what you're doing. We understand the relationship between you, the Israelis, Erdogan, and Aliyev. In other words, Turkey and Azerbaijan. We understand that you want to destroy the unity, the integral state of Iran, because you also want to destroy the One Belt, One Road. You want to destroy the commercial and economic infrastructure that Russia and China are trying to build in Central Asia. You are trying to isolate us. I mean, that's really his message. And he's saying it's not going to work because we will fight. Now, there's a problem here, and that's us. Are we prepared to really fight a major war? He knows we're not. And all he has to do is look at the economy. And before we're through, we should touch on the financial system and the economy and the impact of the big, beautiful bill, among other things.
Well, that's a perfect transition, because that's exactly where I'd like for us to go, and that is on the financial issue in BRICS. So, Gary, a little bit out of order here. If you can put up that full screen that last night Trump put on Truth Social, a warning and a threat. Any country aligning themselves with the anti-American policies of BRICS will be charged an additional 10% tariff. There will be no exceptions to this policy. And then that weird thing, thank you for your attention to this matter. BRICS is not responding well to it. There was some comment this morning where they issued some warnings of their own, trying to not antagonize Trump and didn't go directly to it. But the aggravation is quite clear. Now, for those who may not know, and obviously you do, but for our audience here, I want to show them, because a lot of times when people hear this term BRICS, they don't know what it means, or they think it's just some small thing. Not so much. Look at how much BRICS has actually expanded just in the last few years.
BRICS was founded in 2009 by Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And in 2010, South Africa joined. And in 2024, BRICS added 5 new full members, which are Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. And in 2025, BRICS added 10 partner states, which are on the path to full membership in the near future. Those countries are Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Nigeria, Thailand, Uganda, Uzbekistan, and Vietnam. Together, these 10 members and 10 partners represent the BRICS 20, often referred to as BRICS Plus. And together, the BRICS 20 make up more than 2/5 of the global economy. BRICS Plus is 44% of global gross domestic product, GDP, when you measure it at purchasing power parity, PPP. 44%, over 2/5 of the world economy.
Okay, and that's a snapshot as of right now. BRICS is meeting right now in Rio de Janeiro, and they're again trying to expand their market share. More on that in just a second. But now then, let's look at what may be coming next. You mentioned the big beautiful bill, and obviously there's lots of diversity on whether that's going to be a disaster, a catastrophe, or a big beautiful thing. You can talk on that in a minute. But no matter whose version you look at, it's going to add huge amounts of debt onto an already huge burden on top of us. Now, how do you see all that playing out in terms of what the BRICS is doing with the U.S. system?
Well, remember that BRICS is the alternative to the U.S.-dominated financial system, which we created in the aftermath of the Second World War. We effectively stepped into the shoes of the British